welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. Today I'm going to bring you an unboxing for Peacecraft Love in one of the surprise birthday boxes and a layout. So first is my unboxing, and I got the Altenew stamp box. And I was super excited. I've never owned anything Altenew, so I wasn't sure what to expect. So I received this from Anna at Peacecraft Love as my creative ambassador box to share with you all the awesome goodies. So of course, always she sends these cute little thank you cards, and it has a little bag with some sequins in it. I'm going to set this aside so that I can pull things out one at a time. So here are my Altenew Blossom Branch Crisp Dye Ink, and there are 6 different colors, obviously, 3 purple and 3 shades of green. And she sent me those because those are my 2 favorite colors. So this is Basic Borders, and I am really excited about using this. It has arrows, which I love, the hearts, all the different little borders. So I am super excited about that, and I'm going to try not to say that about all of them, but I can't help it. This is Many Thanks, and this definitely would come into hand if you are a card maker, and I do make cards occasionally, but there are also phrases on here that I feel like you can use in scrapbooking as well. And then this one is Pattern Play Circles, and I love that huge, I think it's like 6x6 circle pattern. It is so cool. And then there's extra circles on the bottom that are like filled in circles. And spoiler alert, you will be seeing this on the layout later on. And there's some word phrases that are good with scrapbooking, let cards, anything. So I'm really excited about that. And then this is layered letters A, F, and G. And then it has little phrases and words and little like banner blocks. So I thought those were really cool. My last name's Foster, so that will come in handy having that F. So I just thought these were really neat, and I'm going to be interested to see how I can find ways to use the different alphas, the little word phrases and stuff for sure. And then this one is called Superscript Scrapbook. And it has all sorts of awesome words and that heart. And I just love this because it had like, but it also has the word dis next to it, separate. So I think that's really cool. Because then, you know, if I don't like something, I can use that. And this is Speech Bubbles, and I think this is really neat too. It's got a lot of really cool things, and all of these are really good for cards, but really great for scrapbooking, which is what I'd spend 98% of my crafting time doing. And then I also got some dies in here. Now this set of dies goes with the Superscript Scrapbook, and I am in love, and you will be seeing some of that in a little bit. So I'm excited to have that. I know I have never used a die set that has a stamp to go with it. I'm just very new with stamping. So I also have the die set to go with the Speech Bubbles. And I love having that little outline because I think that's going to be really fun, even if you don't use it with the stamps. And then I also have the layered letters AFG, and that is going to be really cool to use. So I am so excited for all this stash to have been in my box. I think I looked it up because, like I said, I've never owned Altenew, so I wasn't sure. But I think altogether this is like $175 worth of product or something like that. Because most of these bigger stamp sets are pretty expensive, and I know dies are expensive. So to have all of these stamps and dies to go with some of them, stamps that I can definitely use in my scrapbooking and everything, as well as 6 new colors to work with, I am really, really excited. So I would love for you all to go check out Peacecraft Love. I will have my link below, and it doesn't cost you anything different. It just lets Anna know that's how you heard about Peacecraft Love. And now onto the layout where I'm going to use some of these products. So this is around the world in 30 days. And I decided to pull in my Splendid. I've got this picture of me, my kids, and my soon-to-be ex-husband at the beach. I moved the picture because it was shiny right there. And so I'm going to use Splendid by Paige Evans because there's not a lot of purple in scrapbooking, which I'm really sad about, but Paige Evans Splendid had it, Color Study had it, but I've not really used this much. You can see there's like 2 stickers and 2 papers, that I've used. So I decided I would use this. I've got ephemera, I've got chipboard, I've got stickers, I've got the sticker book, and then that project pad. And then, of course, I'm bringing in some things from the Altenew stash. Now, I do use all 4 of these colors because I felt like they worked well with this collection. I did not actually end up using this basic borders because of what I ended up doing, but I definitely will be using that pattern play circles, and I will be using one thing off of there, but then I do use the dies, a couple of the dies. So I'm excited to use that in the inks. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my new stamps and inks, and then of course my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So the first thing I did was I'm doing this picture from the beach, and I mostly want to stick with these blues and greens. I am going to bring in, obviously, the purple and orange. And so, which may seem like an odd blend of colors, but it really, to me, works. And so since I have the little ink pads, I'm having to just, go over multiple places, and I'm okay with that. I wanted to use all 4 colors on this stamp because I thought it would be a lot of fun and have a lot of texture and not dimension. You all, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, my little block is only 5 by 6, and this is a 6 by 6. Now, I had every intention of using my brand new Stamparatus by Stamping Up, but I had already gotten started and decided that I would just go on and do this, and then I haven't played with it yet. I haven't fiddled around with it, and I want to do that. So I'll probably do a video using that in the near future, but for now we're just going to use this a little too small block, but I make it work. And look at the bubbles. Aren't they so cute? I love how these circles look. I know if I did this in like a blue, it would be a really fun bubble layout. So where there's a gap at the bottom, I decided I would use these whole stamps, like the filled in ones on this collection, and I would add some more filled in bubbles over there on the bottom. And so I just alternate with my colors, and then I use my little, I think it's Freckled Fawn chamois. Annie, you'll have to correct me in the comments if that's not right, because I think I threw my packaging away. And so, but I really love that. So if you stamp and don't have some other fabulous way of cleaning your stamps in between, I never left my seat. I just had my chamois, and it's wet but not drippy, it's just wet, and I wiped off the stamps in between, and I love how easy that was. So I'm just filling in some gaps and some spaces. Nothing like, I'm not really planning anything out. So you're going to see the finished product here when I move my trimmer. And then I cut this 1-inch piece of this limey colored green because I felt like that was going to be contrasting enough for the 2 shades of green that I used. And I used Firefly and Grassfield in the green, and Wisteria and Hydrangea in the purple. And so when I originally started doing this, that circular bubbly business was going to be at the bottom. But I changed my mind after I put that border strip on there and decided I'm going to do it like this. And I really, really like the way it turned out. I considered doing a bunch of layers underneath my picture because that was my first thought once I turned it. But I really wanted to just keep these 3 colors from the collection, that limey colored green and the 2 shades of blue. And then I'm going to bring in some other colors, but not overwhelming. Like, it's a pop of color for sure. Right there, purple and orange, and it's a stripe from that same paper I've already used. And I put it through my die cutter and cut out the words "Capture Today," which came from that Super Script scrapbook die set. And so I'm going to mat my picture onto this blue, 2 shades of blue and the green. And then I'm going to trim it off because I don't want to have an extra ton of paper on there. So I just trimmed that little bit off of the bottom. And I did trim my picture down about 1/4 inch on the top and or the bottom actually, and 1/4 inch on the sides. And there's my title, like I said, Capture Today. And I am going to add another word in there. And it could just be part of it could be part of the title, or it could just be an extra word tossed on the layout, which would be fine either way. I use these birds. There's going to be another one that comes out, and I don't typically put birds on. This is not a bird you'd see at the beach. I didn't care. We were getting ready to leave. We were flying the coop. If you want to take it that way, that's fine. I just thought it was pretty. Goes with this color scheme. I think that it is super cute, and it fits perfectly right there under word capture. And so then I wanted a little something up here in the top corner. I put a little banner from the sticker book and a little word phrase says good vibes. And then I'm going to add a couple little this and that's up there to have like a little cluster. So I bring in a green flower, a purple flower, and an orange flower because I don't want the word capture today, or the words, to be the only orange. I want to bring orange in. Obviously, I've got purple in some places, but I don't want just that part of the words to be orange. So I put a little orange flower up there. There's going to end up being an orange flower in the bottom corner by the bottom. I don't know if I've already stamped or not, but I'm going to stamp at the bottom. I think it's down there. That part, like I've said before, is cut off because of the little record thing on my phone. So anyway, I stamped the words "surround yourself with people who love you," and that came from the pattern play circles. It's one of the word phrases that's on there, and there's some other really good ones too. So I put that there, and I did surround myself with people who love me. We were at the beach with my entire family, my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece. My niece couldn't go. She's in college and wasn't able to, but my nephew, and then of course my husband and kids. And even though we're about to get divorced, he still loves me, and I love him too. So I know it seems super odd, and anybody who's watched some of my courageously crafting, scrapbooking through the hard stuff knows that we're getting divorced. And so when I scrapbook all these pictures, it seems really strange to me, but he and I are still really good friends, and he's a part of my story and my kids' story. So anyway, so I stamped 2 hearts, and I don't know if you just noticed, but I stamped the heart at the bottom perfectly, and then the one up by the word capture, I missed the little top right curve of the heart, so I put it back down very, very carefully. That is why I bought a Stamparatus, because I am not very proficient with stamping. It is something very new to me. So I took this extra bird here and I matted it on white because it was a clear from the sticker book, and I matted it on white so it would stand out and not have that lime green poking through. And so I originally did not want 2 birds in the same color. I kind of wanted something in a purple or even the orange, but there wasn't one that was facing towards the title. I didn't want it facing away. I thought that would look odd. So, and I did pull one of the chipboard ones, and it looked really weird. So I put it back. So now I'm just adding, I thought I'd add a few of these little hearts and shapes, but I really just added 1 purple heart because I already have 3 gold hearts. 1 at the very bottom next to the heart I stamped, 1 up there by the other heart I stamped, and then a little heart up at the top with that extra little cluster. I couldn't think of the word. Anyway, here's the close-ups. I hope that you all will go check out Peacecraft Love. She has amazing products, really good prices, really quick with the delivery, and amazing customer service. Like I said before, my affiliate link will be below. So if you're interested, I would appreciate it if you would click on that. And then also, Brown the World in 30 Days, all of the amazing creatives will be linked below. So if you would go check out their videos. I got a couple more days left and then the month is over. I cannot believe it. So I hope you all have a fantastic day and happy scrapping.